Oh my gosh, it is helping so much because I think it's allowing, back to like the human piece, it allows humans to actually do what they are good at and what they can show up as, and to be able to really focus where they can deliver the best value if you can build the AI employees and the architects and the systems below them to take the small stuff out. But
welcome to Life Changing Money, a podcast all about one of the most taboo topics in the world, money. I'm your host, Barbara Strehans, and we're going behind the scenes on business owners' journeys to money, success, and wealth. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Life Changing Money. This week, I'm so excited that we have our friend Anna here. Hello, and welcome to the pod.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
And you are a long time your tax coach client as well. So it's so fun that now we hung out for real. I know you've been at other things, and I feel like now we got to spend real time.
I know. And we get to spend more time in the council next year, which I'm super excited about.
So Anna was at the Be Seen retreat in New York City and also decided to join us for all of 2027, which is so fun because you're kind of pivoting in your career.
Yeah.
Tell us what you were doing before.
So when I met Barbara, I started my own consulting company 3 years ago, and I help executives and growth companies fix what's broken. So I help build out processes and strategies, and I really embed myself into their teams so that as we're building it out, I'm coaching and training the teams on the ground, but also helping them execute so that when I roll off, they are, it's the best adoption, it's the best change management. They're actually working forward with the processes that we put in place. But I feel that I can only scale so much because I can only take on, it's me, I can only take on so many of those clients. And I know that I have more to give, and I'd like to be able to help grow and provide my services to more clients. And so being able to take the frameworks and the playbooks and the systems that I put in place to help my clients and put it into a program that I can use to do more coaching and coach, while yes, I am helping them how to build it themselves, I can really coach other founders and be able to scale and provide my services to more people and help them learn how to build the systems and coach them while they're building them out, and then turn that into an ongoing monthly coaching program where they can continue to get my services. And when we kick it off, we'll actually start with a diagnosis phase where we understand across their business what are the different areas that they need to focus on. We'll prioritize, we'll pick one, we'll build out that system. That's how we'll kick off. And then ongoing, we'll kind of work through that roadmap and continuous coaching with the program. So I'm super excited because I feel like I just have more to give.
Yeah.
I like to help. And by being able to pivot from the executor to the true advisor, which is what I want to do, it's what gives me joy, allows me just to do it for more people.
You'll help so many more people, and probably a lot of business owners like we were surrounded with yesterday, which is so fun.
Yeah.
What are some of the ways that you learned the systems before you had the systems?
I think it's just my career. So I started off as a computer programmer. I was a data and analytics programmer. And so my mind just immediately thinks in data and analytics and systems. I see how things connect from point A to point B and everything in between to get there. And then I pivoted my career halfway through into management consulting, where I worked a lot with commercial companies and some government as well on understanding their business and how it works and what doesn't work, what needs to change, and building out the strategies and execution there. And so through all of that, I've put together my own frameworks and my own playbooks for how you can hit the ground running and build strategy and execute. And then I think the other thing too is just my company is called Numa Solutions, and Numa is an anagram for human. And so I think a lot of it is about the human connection too, and starting there, which is something I always try to do with my clients. And also this coaching is going to allow me to do it more. But starting with who's showing up, who's in the room, who's on the team, and making sure that it's not only about the systems, but it's about the people too.
What do you see common that's broken in people's systems?
Communication.
Oh.
Communication is often the start of it.
And how do people fix that?
First, you have to have the hard conversations. A lot of my clients, they'll feel something, but they won't say it. But I have built trust with my clients where they'll call me and say it. And they actually know by saying it, I'll help them work together, cross-function with the other executives on their teams or the other team members if it's at the team level, and work through whatever that problem is. And really then it comes down to miscommunication. There's a process that's not aligned. There's roles and responsibilities aren't clear. Maybe the system isn't actually getting you what you need. And so then the communication starts to break down. So first we fix the communication. We align on what the single goal is. And then we actually figure out the root of what's causing it and fix that. Yeah. But I think a lot of it stems from communication and just not talking through the hard stuff of, hey, this isn't working. Why is it not working?
How do you see AI helping big growth companies?
Oh my gosh, I love AI. I am in Callan's A2A training. And this morning at 5 a.m., I was up working with my AI coach that I built, coaching me on this program I'm building out. And I'm so excited because of everything from this week.
I know. I was going to say, you already mentioned a lot of your program that you didn't have dialed.
That's because of this morning.
Okay. And you did say you're like a 5 a.m. girly. And you're like, you have your 2.5 hours in the morning.
I told Steph, I said, I got it. I know I'm busy. I know and I didn't even talk about the other client, big client I have as well. I'm helping a past client out with some other work too, but I'll make it work. Yeah. So at 5 today, I was taking a lot of what's in my head, a lot of what I gained from this week and listening and talking with you guys and the coaching that we were getting, and started to put it into my AI coach that I built and having it challenge me and think through. And we left it off in a place. It's in a PDF that I said, put in a PDF. I kind of want to start to see how this is coming together. And then on the train ride home, I will be working on that.
How is AI going to help companies?
Oh my gosh, it is helping so much because I think it's allowing, back to like the human piece, it allows humans to actually do what they are good at and what they can show up as, and to be able to really focus where they can deliver the best value if you can build the AI employees and the architects and the systems below them to take the small stuff out. But also, sometimes the communication is because it's just, you're looking at this data, you're looking at this data, and you're actually talking two different languages. Mm-hmm. And so if we can use AI to break down a lot of the data, break down a lot of, the actual underlying, problems or be able to build out processes across the board, then you have people focusing on where it matters most and be able to drive the most value. I also think a big thing why I try to coach people and teams as I'm building out strategies and executing is that if I can help them do their job better, it then makes their quality of life stronger.
Totally.
Which then gives back at home, which is, for me, that's what matters most. I got 2 little girls. And so how do I build the systems? How do I, et cetera, to be able to spend more time doing what I love to do? And so using AI, I can do more and more of that with my clients. Mm-hmm. And I'm doing it already. I won't go into all the details on this, but I've already taken AI and pulled it into Smart Sheets project plans and built using Python code to be able to pull that in and connect it with other parts of the data so that at the end of the day, the board deck that we used to spend, I actually did the math, it's 156 hours we'll save in a year. Yeah, right?
Wow.
To be able to create this board deck monthly that goes out to one of my clients. And so by doing that, the people who used
And how long did it take to build it?
It probably took me, I'm going to say 3 hours maybe. Maybe not even that much. Maybe 3 hours. A lot of it was the format that we created for the board is a tough format. It's not just like an easy Excel or anything.
Sure. Because
I wanted to communicate. I'm real big on telling a story. So I wanted to communicate a certain story with the message. It's a lot of data, but it's simple to understand for someone who's not part of the project or the transformation. And so we created this visual that is literally manual, and I was able to recreate it with AI. And so it produces the PowerPoint. I don't even have to go in anymore. And it runs every Thursday night, and every Friday it refreshes it. And then once a month we use that, and then we send it off to the board.
Amazing.
And I used to have project managers who were spending tons of time pulling the data, sending it over, and so on. So yes,
you can be our resident AI coach.
I love
in the council next year.
I love it. I love it.
You light up when you're talking about it.
I think because it brings, honestly, so I did management consulting for about 8 years. And why I left was actually I felt like I wasn't getting as close to the tech as I wanted to. And I started in a tech background.
Yeah.
And I toyed with staying there and getting into the AI group, but they weren't doing it as strong as I wanted to be able to get back into. So I left and went to a tech startup. And it was great. I loved it. I built everything post-sales. I built all the customer success services, et cetera. And then that's when I realized I love what I do, but I'm going to do it my way. So I think the reason why I light up with AI is the same reason why I chose not to go down a partner path at a Big Four, is because it gets me back to where I started, which is technology and what I'm good at and what I love and what, it's the way my brain works, the systems.
How did it feel yesterday when you were put on the spot by the Stephanie Wigner?
Okay, so I actually was thinking about this morning. So she put me on the spot, and I know probably my body language, somehow I got to get this to her, but probably my body language was like, oh my gosh, why did she call on me? But I was secretly really glad she did. To be able to get coaching from her and to have her push me and challenge me and think different was exactly what I needed. And so I was actually really excited.
So Anna yesterday got coached about pivoting in her career, and Steph was like, okay, so you'll commit by July 1st that you're going to have clients, which, mind you, it was like, I don't know, June 25th. So you got 5 days, 6 days to get clients, and you were like, July 30th or something like that. And she's like, no, July 1st. And you decided. And then what happened after you decided that you will get clients by July 1st?
Yeah, she said, how many clients do you get by July 1st? And I think I said 3 days, which is obviously not the right math. And I said 5. And then I probably could have said 3 or 1, right? I just said 5. I don't know where it came from. I said 5. So afterwards, within 2 hours, I landed my first client. 2 hours-ish.
She did.
And honestly, it was because of, so when you had us introduce ourselves, I talked about showing up. To me, how I show up, I try my best to show up to make other people feel like joyful, right? To be able to get what they, feel good about themselves and support. And so I was just showing up to someone in the retreat because they were sharing a problem they had. And I was actually demoing while I was walking using another AI thing I built to someone about how they could actually build the same thing to help make their life a lot easier and streamlined because they were manually doing a bunch of stuff, et cetera. So I was just demoing it while we're walking to a photo shoot as we're walking. And by the end of that photo shoot, which was like 10 minutes later, she said, I need this. And I put myself out of my comfort zone and said, what if I help you with it? You heard in there, I'm building a new coaching program. Yeah. What if you're my first customer? And she said, I was hoping that you would help me. And kind of we both were like, are we doing the dance? Do we ask if we want to help?
It's like dating.
So I landed my first customer. And then I had talks with another customer today that is going to buy. And then I actually think I'm going to do something interesting. So one of my customers is asking me to stay on a little bit longer. And I'm going to actually try to pivot my renewal into this coaching program because what I'm building out for them has to continue to be a system that is updated, ongoing, et cetera. And so I'm going to try to pivot it into the coaching program that I'm building out in that mindset. So we'll see. I'll let you know how it goes next week. So I got 2 more.
I'm so proud of you.
That one was from yes. I got 2 more then. I got to.
And you still have 4 days.
Yes. I got some ideas up my sleeve.
Cool.
What would be your one intention for next year in the council 2027?
Can I do 2?
Sure.
I'm super excited to get support in different areas and learn from other folks and think about things differently. I mean, this week in itself, allowed me, supported me to think different and believe in myself more too. And so I'm really excited for that and just to be around these women that are, and maybe men, that are so inspiring and supportive and have done things in their career that maybe I haven't and I want to do, and to be able to learn from that, I'm really excited for. I'm also excited to support women. Yep. So I don't have a team. It's just myself right now. And while I've chosen not to, and I really don't want to hire a team in the business I have right now, because that's not the business I want to scale. I want to scale the other business. So eventually I will hire a team there. It's something I do miss. I miss the coaching. I miss growth. I've always been this resident advisor that people call or mentor. So I'm excited for that and to be able to share. I do have a lot to offer and to be able to share that with other folks too and help support them too. So I'll say it's on both ends, the support piece, but really kind of from both ends.
I think that's really what makes it different. The council is every woman inside truly wants that. Like they want to just, how can I help and support?
Yeah.
And they're so willing to just like give, which is so amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited. And you keep using the word pivot. Can I say something?
Yeah.
So you brought in Brian, who is a book coach.
Yeah.
And I was so lucky to get seated next to him at dinner that first night because I've had a draft book for 3 years. And it's
it's written?
It's draft. Yeah, it's drafted.
Okay.
I started drafting it 3 years ago when I started my own business. It was kind of my own transformation, what made me go off and do it. And I journaled a lot. It helped me really think about what I wanted to focus and why I was doing it and what my intentions were. And when I was journaling, I was like, I'm going to use this one day. Like this looks, I like to help others. If this can help someone else who's going through a similar transformation, I would love to, help provide the knowledge that I gained, or at least the thoughts I had. And then in December, I said, okay, I'm moving into next year. I'm going to set a goal to actually finish the book because I've been so busy the last couple of years building the business. And then one of my customers asked me to take on a bunch of extra work, et cetera. And so I haven't had as much time to focus on it in the spring as I was hoping to. It's a good problem, right? You have to work. But I shared with Brian the book, and we came up with a title. Because the title I had, I kind of shared a couple of different ones. Anyways, we came up with a title. And we came up with ways that I could even use that in some of the coaching business that I'm doing, as well as even potential other books. Because it could be kind of a series that you end up writing similar title, but it's like a subtitle for a certain topic.
Ooh,
so I was really excited. But anyways, I said Pivot. The 10 Pivots is the book name. Book title.
Love.
So more to come.
I can't wait to buy it.
Yeah. I'm just going to give you one.
Well, I'll
sign it for you.
I'll also buy one. When is it going to come out?
We are going to have conversations and see either let's say this year or next year, early next year. But let's say a year from now, there should be a book.
Yes, I love this.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Look at you guys give it July 1st next year. How about that? I got July 1st this year. I got July 1st next year.
By then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we'll have a book launch council edition.
I love it.
Okay. Where can people find you?
They can find me on LinkedIn. They can find me on Instagram. Yeah. And numasolutions.com is my website.
We'll put it all in the show notes so that
awesome.
You can work with her as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. This was awesome. And thank you for everything you do to support other women and other business owners and just everything you do. You're not just we didn't even talk about the work that you do with me, but you're not just a tax strategist. You are literally a business and a human strategist. You help build the whole person, the whole business. And I just feel so honored to work with you. So thank you.
Thank you for trusting us.
Of course.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Life Changing Money. Don't forget to subscribe, and I would love if you left a review and shared it with your friends. See you next time.